Hello, I'm Neil Jain from QC Finance 13. The topic is MATLAB M files. Okay, here is the content about the topic. What is an M file? How to use, how to create, save, how to run the M file, how to change the current directory, and the types of MATLAB M files. Now, what is an M file? An M file or a script file is a simple text file where you can place the MATLAB commands. Okay, in the simple language you can define it like this. When the file runs, the MATLAB reads the command and execute them. Okay, all the M file names must end with the extension .m. Example, if your file name is test, name it like test.m. Okay, otherwise it will not be saved as an M file. Now if you want to create a new M file with the same name as an existing M file, MATLAB will choose the one which appears first in the path order. Okay, so type the help path in the command window for more information on this case. Now to make it easier, choose the names of the M file different from one another. Okay, so avoid the confusion. To see a file name that already exists, type file name at the type help file name at the MATLAB prompt and you will get the detail. Why use M files? Now as the number of commands increases or our trial on the commands and errors is done by changing the certain variables or values, typing the commands over and over at MATLAB prompt becomes tedious. So making it easy, M files will be helpful and almost necessary in this type of cases. Now how to create, save or open an M file. If you are using the PC or Mac operator, then to create a M file, choose new from the file menu and then select the script. This procedure brings up a text editor window in which you can enter the MATLAB commands. Okay, after that, to save this M file, simply go to the file menu and choose save. Remember to save it with the .m extension. Okay, now to open an existing file, that is an M file, go to the file menu and then choose the open command. Okay, now if you are using a Unix one, to create an M file, use your favorite text editor, Pico, Nedit, VI, etc. to create a file with .m extension. Example, filename.m. Now how to run the M file? After the M file is saved with the name filename.m, okay, in the current MATLAB folder or directory, you can execute the command in the M file by simply typing the file name at the MATLAB command window prompt. Suppose your file name is filename.m, okay, then on the MATLAB window command window type file name, that is filename.m, and enter. Then you can get the access to that file. If you don't want to run the whole M file, you can just copy the part of the M file that you want to run and paste it on the MATLAB prompt. Now how to use the M files? There is a basic idea of using the M files in MATLAB, that is the M files should be in the current directory. See, here is a screenshot of that. It is a screenshot of a MATLAB command window in the current directory. In the red box you can see the current directory. It contains all the M files with the extension .m files and the folder of the M files. Okay, and on the command window, here is example of running this file. For example, here in the current directory I am having a file p6.m. okay, and in the command window I have typed p6, that is a file name only, and enter it. Then it will show you that this file is running. Okay, now so under this condition you can run p6.m, but you cannot run the M files in the M file directory such as this one js. In the command window you can see at the end last second line gschmidt file. Here you will get an error because you have not saved it correctly. Now how to change the current directory? There are two ways to change the current directory. First, if you are using a graphic MATLAB interface, and second case will be if you are not using a graphic MATLAB interface. Let's see it in detail. Now the first case is if I am using a graphic MATLAB interface. In this case you can double click directly on the directory you want to enter or click the go to up level button, okay, to go to the upper directory. So if you want to use the M files in the M files directory, you just double click the M files directory and enter it. Then you can see and use them. See, here is the example and a screenshot of that. I was having a M file folder in my current directory and I want to use it. Okay, then I will just go to this M file icon and double click it. Okay, and after that I will get all the lists that the M file folder contain. Okay, the list of the M files that this M file folder contains. Okay, so in this way I am getting the list, and after that I want to run any file in this, suppose JS1. Okay, then I will click it and on the command window I will get that file. In this way you can use in graphic MATLAB interface. Then you can use the help JS to use to see the help information and use it. Now the second case was if I am not using a graphic MATLAB interface, then how to do that? Now if you are not using it, that means you can only see some window like this. Okay, this window, command window having simple function like this. In this case you can use the commands like is, cd, etc. cd some directory to change the current directory, just like in Linux terminal. Okay, now is command is used to list the files and directories in that current directory. Cd command notice here is a space at the end. Okay, after D give a space also. This command go up one level. The next command is cd ... It go to the root directory, the end directory that is related to it. Okay, and the cd sum directory, it enter that directory which is in the current directory. Now here is an example for that second case. I am having a variable b123. Okay, I am entering that p6 file name. It will tell me that yes, it is running. Then enter help js, another file name that was jschmidt. It will give an error that it is not found. Okay, after that you type the command is. It will list all the files that are in the current directory. So after typing this command, I am getting the list of files, that is M files p6, p7, M files .zip is having a M files of p7, pp7, etc. Now first you want to run help gsg that I did. Okay, but there is no such M file in this directory, so the error occurs. For that you have to use the command is to check the current directory and find that this file, that is gs M file, may be in the M files subdirectory. So for this you have to use cd M files command. See here the third point, cd M files command to enter the M file subdirectory. After that use is to check what's in the current directory now, that is in the M files directory. Then you can run your gsc file. and get whatever you want. See, here is a continuation. Now I have typed the command cd m files and then again is. Now this means that under m file folder I am listing all the m files that m file folder contains. So it has given me the list of all the files. Then after that I will type the command help gsc and then I will get the details about my this file. Now coming towards the types of MATLAB M files. There are four ways of doing code in MATLAB. That is, one can directly enter the code in terminal window. This is used when we go through very simple commands. So again coming, now one can directly enter the code in a terminal window also, that is a command window. This amounts to use MATLAB as a kind of calculator or the simple programs that we do not need in future. Okay, you can simply go through a terminal window in this case. Now the second method can be to create a script M file. Here one makes a file with the same code one would enter in a terminal window, but this type of files can be used in our future programs also. Okay, now the third method is the function M file. This method actually creates a function with inputs and outputs and many other commands also. You can use this type of M files in many types of programs. Now the fourth method will not be discussed here because in that we incorporate C code or Fortran code in MATLAB. So this method is not useful here. Now discussing the first method, that was our terminal input. One can type the code in the MATLAB terminal window, that is the command window. For example, if I want to plot x sine 3x square e to the power x square by 4, e to the power minus x square by 4, in the range of minus pi to pi, then I have to type the following code in the terminal window. Simply I am defining the variable x equal to minus pi to minus pi colon pi by 40 colon pi. This means x ranges from minus pi to pi with a difference of pi by 40 between each element. Okay. Now I am assigning the value of y equal to x sin x x sin 3x square into exponential of minus x square by 4, and then the command plot x comma y. It will plot a graph between x and y, x on y axis and y on y axis respectively. The code listed above create a row vector x and then uses it to form a row vector y whose entries are the values of the function x sin 3x square into exponential to the power minus x square by 4 for each entry in x. Now you have noticed that the operations preceded by a dot, such as dot isha or dot to the power, are array operations. They allow entry by entry multiplications or powers respectively. Without the dot operator, these matrix operations will not be done element by element. Okay, so after creating the arrays x and y, an xy plot is made. This method of doing calculation is good for short one time only calculations or for calculation where one does not wish to change any parameters in future. Now coming towards the second method, that was script M files. Now if we wish to execute repeatedly some set of commands and possibly change the input parameter as well, then one should create a script M file. Such a file always has a .m extension and consists of the same commands one would use as input to a terminal. For example, to do the plot in section 1 that I have covered just, one could create the file myplot.m. Okay, here one thing you have to notice that in the file name, while giving a file name, do not use the space in between. Okay, you want to separate the words, use underscore or any other thing, but do not use the space between them, and start the file name with alphabet only. Here the code for it will be x equal to minus pi colon pi by 40 colon pi. Same. Y also same. Assign it the value of the function and plot x comma y. To execute this script, one could use this command myplot. Okay, that is, after giving these three commands, give the command myplot and run this file. Now script M files are ideal for repeating a calculation, but with some parameters change. If you want a program that in which you want to repeat a calculation, but if you at the same time you also want to change your parameters, then you should use the script M files. They are also useful for doing demonstrations. Now as an exercise, create and execute the script file sc_plot.m. This is the code for that. You can run this code on your MATLAB window and execute it. Now coming towards the third method, that is function M files. Okay, most of the M files that one ultimately uses will be this only, that is function M files. In these files again have the .m extension similar to the script M files, but they are used in a different way than script one. Now the function files have input and output arguments also, and behave like Fortran subroutines or C functions as well. The structure of a typical function file, say my_func.m, is as follows. Whenever you want to create a function M file, use this type of code. Okay, this is a general code for it. You start your program with the code function with the F small. Do not use the capital F in starting. Okay, then write the outputs equal to file name, that is myfunc, and give the inputs, and then the codes whatever you want, and at the end the output you wishes. Now note that the word function appears at the start of the file and in lowercase letter only. In addition, the output and input and the name of the files are listed here. Let us return to the plot done in the section 1, that was x from minus pi to pi and y is equal to the x sin x and so on. Suppose that instead of giving the vector x, we want to make it a variable. Okay, and at the same time we want to have available data that we plotted. So here's the function file that would do this. I am starting my code here from the word function with f small. Output will be y, so I am writing y in place of output equal to file name, that is myfunc, and in the bracket I am writing input, that is x. In the next line I am defining my variable y with respect to x. Okay, and at the end plot x comma y. Now the function files are normally used to combine functions in MATLAB to get the new functions, so it is mainly used. For example, suppose that we want to have at our disposal a function that computes the inverse of a square of a matrix, and returns an error message if the matrix is close to singular or singular. Okay, then in this case call this file inv_sq.m. I use this name as it is calculating inverse of the square of a matrix. Okay, one more thing, in the code below note that a to the power 2 is used, not a dot to the power 2. Okay, dot is used in the case where we want to do calculations entry by entry, element by element. Here I do not want to do that. Okay, I am considering whole matrix as one and then doing calculation. This is because we are computing the square of a matrix, not of an element. Okay, now the code for this is function starting from small f, output b equal to file name, that is inverse under square, and input is a, so in bracket a. Now if ABS of determinant of a is less than 0.0001, then error message should come, that is a matrix is singular. This is a case of a singular, so I am considering it. Now else case will be b is equal to inverse of a square. That should be my output, so I am assigning b the value inverse of a, that is my matrix square, and end the function, so it will give me the output. Now the fourth method is anonymous functions. There is another important way to represent a function in MATLAB, that is anonymous function. Frequently we want to use the simple functions such as the one we have been working with in a single session. Now while a M file can be used to do this, it adds clutter to the collection of M files. Now to do this, MATLAB provides what is called an anonymous function. Here is an example of how it works. Here the code I use is fnct, a variable I wishes equal to, I am assigning the value of it. The function fnct can be used in a session that same way as sine or cos or etc. Now to find the value of the function at x equal to value 2.3, the value of x will be 2.3. Use type in fnct of 2.3. okay, by typing this command it will calculate the function with the value of x 2.3 and give you the output. To plot it against the value x equal to minus pi colon pi by 40 colon pi, use the command plot x comma fnct of x. Okay, so these are the references that you can go through and learn more. Thank you.